the Singapore Armed Forces Commando unit's most grueling training regime. Trainees are put through extreme physical and mental fortitude tests. Only those who complete Hell Week can become fully fledged members of an elite force. And they will be called upon in the hours of need to serve and protect the nation.
Good evening, Hell Weekers. Is this the best that you can do? Because if it is, none of you will survive these 5 days. You have no self-motivation, you have no teamwork, you have nothing! And by the way, if you think that this is the end point, think again. Because it is not. Gentlemen, expect the unexpected, train hard and you will fight easy. Anyone wants to quit? Anyone wants to quit?
No, sir!
Many have tried, but only a few will make it. If you want all the pain in your body to end right now, just quit, and we can stop it for you.
Stand by to our boat! Now!
Alan, come to my office after your shift.
Yes, sir.
Come in.
Evening, sir.
Take a seat. How's your wedding preparation?
Everything is okay, sir.
Good. I want you to take a break and come back after your wedding.
But, sir, it's Hell Week.
There will be many more Hell Weeks to come, but there is only one wife. Understand?
Thank you, sir.
Alan! Why are you so happy?
Commander give me off day for my wedding.
Off day. So busy already still give you off day.
Kaypoh.
Expect the unexpected. So how? You need help for my wedding?
Of course lah, you be my best man
As the Commandos trained into the night, the crew of airliner SQ117 are getting ready for their flight from Malaysia back to Singapore.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board Singapore Airlines Flight 117 bound for Singapore. This is Captain Stanley Lim, and with me in the flight deck is First Officer Tim. The flight time today will be an estimate of 45 minutes cruising at altitude 35,000 feet. There should be some slight turbulence en route. Therefore, please be reminded to keep your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt warning signs are switched on. Once again, on behalf of the crew, wishing you a pleasant flight and thank you for choosing Singapore Airlines.
After the pre-flight check, SQ117 takes off into the dark sky. The aircrew starts their usual routine at cruising altitude.
At the corner of my eyes, I saw two pairs of Indian passengers who came on board lastly. Two of them went to the toilet on the left, and the other one went to the toilet on the right.
Hey, everyone! Listen up! I said sit down and don't move! This is a hijack! Don't move!
This is a hijack! Stay in your seat!
I was sitting on the first row of the economy class. I was rather relaxed when the hijackers actually shouted, hijack, hijack. Everybody thought it was a joke.
You're all our brothers and sisters. We won't hurt you.
That moment, I was telling myself, "Wow, they are really drunk." What I did was, I just smile and say, "No, sir, would you like to go back to your seat?" And that really agitated the hijackers. Next moment, there were punches, kicks to the back of the galley.
The chief steward immediately informs the pilot about the commotion.
Don't land the plane in Singapore, or I'll blow it up. You hear me? Take the plane to Sydney, now!
We can't get to Sydney. We got not enough fuel
Oh,
on board.
no! We will go to Sydney, okay? Or else I will blow the plane up.
Listen, calm down. We got not enough fuel on board now. We can only go to Singapore.
Okay. You land in Singapore. But after that, you're going to Sydney. Understand? Or else I will blow up the plane.
Captain Stanley secretly sends a distress signal to the control tower in Singapore and lands Flight 117 in Singapore's Changi Airport. Leaders from various government agencies are tasked to come up with an action plan. More than 100 lives are at stake. There is no information on who the hijackers are or what they want, and no intel on the weapons they are using.
When we deal with a hijack situation, the important thing at the back of all our minds is the safety of the passengers, safety of the crew. So that would always be at least the intentions of the people in the executive crew.
We'll get the elite on standby.
So when the pages sound off, at the point of time, most of us got back from the hellweight training. And some actually even have not been sleeping for quite a while. But nevertheless, due to the type of training that we have gone through, we take every activation as real activation. There's no difference between exercise or real.
Down! Down!
All weakers, attention! I want you guys to get changed and make yourselves comfortable. Understand?
Yes, sir!
Well, like I said, the activation appear unusual because in a normal circumstance, we would not have activated a practice activation in the midst of a hell week.
While the pages sound off, my wife and myself, we were busy preparing for our wedding room, which is going to take place 3 days away.
老婆，我
不可以，不是说好给你3天假吗？怎么突然要回去啊？跟你开玩笑的啦，我知道你工作重要，去吧。
Everything went as per normal. Check the pager, give a call back to the force line, confirm it was activation, and I told my wife that I need to go back camp because of some urgent work. So at that point of time, I was still skeptical whether is it true or false.
Alan, told you right. Should get activated one. Now worse. Everybody's so tired.
There was still a question, so is this real? Could this be another training? Because we are so creative in making the activation in a surprise manner in order to train our people that it is not totally impossible that could be another practice activation, although it will be very unusual.
Back at the airport, the hijacker leader, Shahid, wants Captain Stanley to relay his message to the negotiators.
This is Singapore 117, Captain Stanley Lim. We have 4 hijackers on board. They are demanding the release of Asif Ali Zardari and 6 others from the Pakistani People's Party.
Tell them I want the aircraft to be refueled right away. And then the plane to be flown to Australia, then Iraq or Libya. And also tell them I want to talk to Benazir Bhutto.
He also threatens to kill if demands are not met.
When you deal with a crisis like this, you have to make a decision based on what you believe to be the situation, bearing in mind all the time that you are looking for the safety of the crew and the passengers. So we have to assume that the hijackers' claim that they have are all true, because it would be quite terrible if it turned out to be true.
Gentlemen, this is not an exercise. Singapore Flight 117 has been hijacked and has landed in Changi Airport. We have over 118 hostages on board. Police negotiators are currently talking to the hijackers, but I want everyone to gear up and stand by to storm anytime. Roger.
The negotiators use delay tactics on the hijackers, but they're not working, and Shahid is getting impatient.
Why are we still not getting through to Pakistan?
We're trying our best here. Stay calm.
And you haven't even refueled the aircraft. You think I'm a fool?
Give us some more time, please.
You watch.
The hijackers move all the passengers and crew to the rear of the aircraft. Shahid throws a steward off the plane to show that he means business.
Gentlemen, latest updates. The hijacked plane is an Airbus Alpha 310. The hijackers have dynamite and may have other weapons. The aircraft doors might also be booby-trapped.
Any information on the type of explosives they are using?
Negative. Do not take any chances. The hijackers might decide to blow up the plane anytime. Commanders, get your men ready for a detailed rehearsal.
The main team heads out for a rehearsal. Meanwhile, the plane cannot be refueled at the runway. It's towed to the apron near the VIP complex. Another steward is pushed off the plane. He suffers a dislocated shoulder and a fractured leg, but is able to provide some insight to the situation. The elite force is all ready for the command to storm.
When I was sitting there, my family were all at the back of my mind. In fact, because I don't have any papers around me, so we just write something on the hand. So we know that the moment has come, either we live or we die.
Feeling very sad and down, I managed to find 2 people. I wrote 2 letters, one for my mother and one for my wife. I managed to pass the 2 letters secretly, and I told her, I say, if you leave the aircraft before me, please pass these letters to my family members.
The hijackers are tired and worn out. So far, nothing seems to be happening.
It's all your fault. We should be in Sydney now.
Just force him to start the engine.
Let's do it. I'm already a dead man.
Biggest fear of the hijack was that time when they start to pour the liquor on the plane, because I knew that liquor burned, and also the plane is compressed by oxygen. So if they will light up, the whole plane will burst.
Start killing someone every 10 minutes!
More time.
No, I don't care now! Now!
Close all the windows. We are leaving now.
It's now too risky to take any more chances.
You have to bear in mind also that storming is always a last option. You try not to do it. You try to negotiate a peaceful end. But if you're not going to get it, storming is always an option you have to take in order to assure the safety of the crew and the passengers.
get the Commandos.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
How the news came was the commander came running back from the headquarters. We are even having a chance to do a detailed brief. He was, gentlemen, let's go.
As we were asked to be on standby at the staging area, every one of us, the heartbeat were beating faster and faster because it's no more preparation, no more just rehearsing the drills. You have to really go in to carry out what you've been trained for all these years into a real environment and to save lives.
I don't have time! Move the flight now!
Are we taking off?
Start killing people.
4 minutes! We are your brothers and sisters. If we die, you die!
I said look down!
3 minutes!
Start engine now!
2 minutes!
Start engine now!
Stand by. Go, go, go.
It's down! SF Commando! It's down! It's down! It's down!
Three down. Wait, one.
Roger that.
That's when, as we do go through our drill and clear up the rest of the aircraft in case there are terrorists are hiding under the seat, in the cupboard, and so on. So indeed, what happened is this last terrorist pretend to be a hostage, hide in the seat, and lean forward like the rest of the hostages. But all these passengers know who he is.
It's down! Hey, you! Hands on it! Hands on it! You! Hands on
Mission accomplished. All hostages secured.
This is the first time Singapore faced a hijack situation, and the whole rescue operation took less than 10 hours. The mission was a success only because many different agencies worked together, driven by a common objective.
The message to all our security agencies, as well as to everybody, is to understand that the world is uncertain, that the world is volatile, that you have to be prepared for things that come to you unexpectedly. And the best way for you to be prepared is to imagine these possibilities in your mind, is to hold exercises, is to get familiar with these type of situations.
We are being ourselves as humble as we can. We want to share. We want to let people know what we have gone through, what makes us be what we are capable of, and able to carry out such an operation successfully. On the other hand, we just have to keep it as secretive as possible, not even allowed to share with our family members, our friends, and so on.
昨晚，新加坡航空117号班机在返回新加坡途中被4名巴基斯坦激进分子劫持，新加坡特种部队把全部劫机者击毙，成功地救出所有乘客。
So when I went back home, my wife-to-be saw the news and was pretty worried. Back then, there wasn't any handphone, so that there was no way she could contact me. But when she saw me back home, she was relieved. My wife-to-be hugged me and cried.
Congratulations. Thanks, buddy. Looking good. Thank you, sir. Anybody see our boss?
Respect. See ya. Later you should activate us back for training.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's take a picture.
Given the opportunity, I would really like to thank those guys who came up for the rescue. I just want to say thank you for being there.
I think they did a fantastic job, and I would like to thank all of them for the courage and also the training they have gone through to execute this without any error.
The SQ117 operation was a joint effort by several agencies, but it was a group of elite soldiers who stormed the plane, killed all the hijackers and rescued the hostages. These men have trained endlessly, suffered countless injuries and sacrificed precious time with their families. They've risked their lives for our peace and security. Yet, we'll never know who these men are behind those masks.